Hi and welcome to another Watch Geek video. Today we're taking a look at a model from Berny Watches. Behind a pretty uninspiring name hides a brand that does mostly homages and custom-made watches. What got me interested was the fact that this model is an homage to a not-so-common and popular diver, the Jaeger-LeCoultre Polaris, which after 17,563 Rolex Submariner homages comes as a refreshment. Polaris is a gorgeous watch, and this thing, despite costing just a tad over $100, actually captures quite a lot of that beauty. Even if the specs or finishing was garbage, I wouldn't complain considering the price. But it is actually decently spec'd. The movement used is a Miyota 8205 that beats away 21,600 bph, comes with both hacking and hand winding, and has only one downside compared to its Seiko counterpart, an indirectly driven seconds hand, which means it will sometimes jump ahead when you shake the watch, waiting for the gears to catch up with it. It doesn't affect the timekeeping, and it is not a fault in the movement, but a feature of that design. Then the case, 41.5mm in diameter, done in a hardened steel with a hardness of 600 Vickers, which is double the hardness of regular 316L steel and even Rolex's 904L. With a relatively short lug-to-lug of 48mm, it is wearable even on a small wrist like mine, while the thickness is reasonably 13mm. It is also finished quite nicely with a combination of brushed and polished surfaces. The one thing you might have problems with if you have a wrist under 6.5 inches is the strap. It is a very nice and comfortable silicone rubber that fits the case perfectly. But because it is molded to the case, it means it cannot pivot around the spring bar, but is fixed, and then it bends further down. Due to the angle at which it leaves the case, you might find the watch too long. But if you have a wrist that is over 6.5, you'll be fine. If not, you can always switch over to a regular strap and solve the problem. The lower crown used for setting up the time is a screw-in type, while the upper one, used for the internal rotating bezel, which is bidirectional, is not. Despite that, the watch comes with 200 meters of water resistance, meaning it can take any water activity you throw at it. The upper crown has just the right amount of resistance to make using it easy while at the same time stopping any accidental bezel movement. Yet another surprise considering the price. Then the crystal. Both the front and back are sapphire. While the back one gives you a view of the said Miyota movement, which is nothing to write home about, the front gives a crystal clear view of the gorgeous sunray finished dial. Mimicking the Polaris, it is a beauty while the finishing is pretty good, especially considering, again, the price. The date complication to me personally ruins the symmetry and overall look of the dial, and I would honestly prefer this as a no-date watch. I think it would look much better even if it lost a useful complication. The lume is okay and is applied on the main time and hands, with none of it on the bezel, which is a shame. I would have at least lumed the pip at 12. While it does have its drawbacks, I really like this watch, mostly because it is original in the homage world, which I know sounds like an oxymoron, but compared to so many popular models being copied, it is nice to see a less hyped but gorgeous watch being available as a cheap alternative. At $108, even if the watch sucked, it would be a nice way of checking out if the real deal, the JLC Polaris, is for you. But the fact is, for the price they're asking for it, it is incredibly well spec'd and finished, while looking absolutely stunning. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed and found it useful. If you did, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.